Hey everyone. So for the next couple of videos, the footage from that shoot became corrupt, so all I could really salvage was the audio. So just enjoy our take on each of these beers, and hopefully I pick some good pictures from it.
What up, everyone? HopCurious here with another edition of Six Pack Wednesdays. We've got a sour edition this week, and it's from Epic Brewing Company in Colorado. Fun fact, we actually got all 6 of these beers when all 4 of us were there at GABF this last year. First beer is Common Interest, sour ale brewed with Colorado honeydew and Oregon wheat, 7.4%.
Nice.
All right.
Weedy sour, okay.
Yeah.
Wild sour, farmhouse sour,
Just says wheat.
sour. Brought minus of these.
Oregon wheat.
That is crazy. It was us 4 at Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a little bit of tear? Is that a tear already?
That reaction's not a good start.
Oh, that's going to be sour. So what
Sure.
I'm really looking for is a nice warhead effect.
Let's get that real deep pucker
Nice.
going. Like all the way in the back.
Gotta massage the muscles again.
This is more of a Sour Patch Kids kind of
Warhead should have been my warm-up today. Darn. I definitely get what that weedy sour is.
almost kind of smells champagne-ish.
Yeah, I get that
Yeah.
wheat. I get that like farmy, like and then almost like a sparkle. When that last pour,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
like a
yeast, it started sparkling.
a
kinda.
sparkly,
What's
like
that?
something.
So it's, I feel like it's pretty light, but it's 7.4, huh?
Yeah, it's actually kind of heavy for a sour, right? I mean,
Yeah.
No? Yes?
It's pretty light. A little
I mean,
hazy.
it's light, but like alcohol percentage for sour.
Yeah, I wonder if it makes it harder for the sour. I feel like
I don't know, 7.4%.
hard AF.
we'll see. You go for it.
Yeah, I mean, let's go for it.
Definitely like clean, crisp.
Yeah,
like you were saying,
actually,
champagne.
Yeah.
That's pretty tart.
very champagne.
And
Yeah,
some tart, yeah.
more
Still
tart,
tart.
than I would say. Like for a sour beer, it's not like I don't feel like I'm like, you know.
My mouth is watering.
I
Hold
feel,
on.
I feel all right. I
Yeah,
feel,
that's that back kind of top.
yeah.
Back there.
Exactly, it's
Punch
not-
as opposed to like a pucker.
Yeah, exactly. As opposed to like the, I don't know, biting into a lemon, I guess, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's more I don't know.
Full-bodied?
Yeah,
Like, it's a full sour on the palate, but then it's not like hitting you, just sour.
but for 7.4, I mean, I guess yeah. If you're drinking the whole bottle,
Is there
this
pear
might
or
be
something on them?
this might be a lot. It's actually a honeydew.
That honeydew.
Melon?
Yeah, so
I-
it's a honeydew.
It's like I'm not getting anything too complex. But
Yeah, I was gonna
it's
say,
like a
but that's
light-
why it's called Common Interest. So this
Yeah.
was the first one
Yeah.
Wow.
that so it's like kind of like the
Yeah, I'm
basic,
Like
like
here.
hey,
We'll see later
hey,
on.
Got it.
we got some common interests maybe.
There's a good base.
Got some
to
common
start
interest
with.
maybe.
We might be friends, but later on we'll be best
hey.
friends.
This would definitely be your good starter sour then. Like this is
Yeah.
a good introduction then for somebody who's
Yeah, I'd say so.
either afraid
Well-
of sours or has no idea what they're getting themselves into.
I mean,
They should know a little bit. It's a pretty sucker punch.
yeah,
back
it's a
there.
pretty. I mean, it's there and it's 7.4.
Yeah.
So it is like high percentage for like a sour.
They've had
I feel
a
like,
four-way.
Yeah,
into
you've already had like probably those 3.4 sours or like
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
4.2 sours.
The fruitier sours. are
Yeah,
like,
Like,
okay.
So instead we step up to wheat champagne.
yeah,
Yes.
basically that is exactly what it
the
is.
wheat champagne beer.
Fruit and wheat.
What
So
would you put in it?
yeah, honestly, the honeydew
Let's see if we can
is
guess
it.
some of the other
The
ones.
honeydew isn't that great. So like, what
Oh,
would you go? What would you pair differently with this, or would you keep it the same recipe and just add another fruit to it? And what fruit would that be?
So they did add the.
There's honeydew.
There's honeydew.
There's honeydew in it
I just don't know.
for the last time.
To be honest, I don't even know what honeydew tastes like.
Tastes like a melon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of think of a melon that's not very sweet because when most people think of melon, they think of cantaloupe. They think of kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that kind of deep
Yeah.
sweetness of cantaloupe, whereas honeydew is a much more mild flavor, but it won't imply the tartness of the beer. In this case, it more kind of mellows out what you think would be sour about it and makes it just have more
More
of like that
sweet.
tart palate.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a good point.
I love the idea of having pear with that, especially something like a D'Anjou pear, something that's really watery, has a high water content, something that would have a little bit of flavor, kind of similar to that, but it would also change. It would change a little bit the consistency of it, also.
Pear.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be interesting.
I'll take
Bob's?
that. My first thought was pomegranate.
Pomegranate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Pomegranate, honeydew.
yeah, I
and
think maybe
and
leave
wheat.
the honeydew. Yeah, first thing I would do is take the wheat out, but that's not what we're talking about. So yeah, next thing would be like honeydew and leave the honeydew, and do the pomegranate and maybe some orange.
Okay.
Some
citrus.
Kind of make it like sangria.
Sangria.
Something like that. Leave the honeydew in there to kind of mellow it, keep it mellow. But
And citrus would be a nice balance.
but yeah, taking the melon out, you could go a lot of ways. So I think I'll leave it in.
Jet.
My first thought was mango,
Mango.
Okay.
and I don't know why, because I normally don't like mango.
I love mango.
I just went to mango for its very like pungent sweetness,
Mm-hmm.
because it is still pretty sour. So then you gotta just cut through that a little bit,
Right.
and add a little bit more sweetness. I think that'd be okay.
Yeah.
But I keep the honeydew as well. I keep that too. I kind of do use both.
Use both.
Yeah.
I think I'd keep the honeydew, and I think I would do papaya. So papaya, honeydew, and the wheat, and I would try to see where that goes. I was hoping, papaya would maybe bring out the sweetness, like a lot of it, and then like you'd be able to, I don't know, cut through the tartness a little bit more for me, and make this like where I could drink more than just, 4 ounces. Like let me drink one whole bottle of it.
Yeah.
It's not. This isn't something where I feel like I could, drink an entire bottle,
Right.
but where I could have 4 ounces, like tasters at a time, for sure at a place.
I wonder if there's a way, to then test that. So bottle a bunch of them and then open them over time to see if it changes at all. Because I know papaya is one of those
Yeah.
kind of bizarre fruits.
That would make a fun
makes it a little
taster.
unpredictable.
That'd make a fun taster with this because of kind of the universality of it. If you did have them kind of going down the line from either like tartness to sweetness or the other way around, because that would, you get kind of a similar beer with sort of a different experience. If you have something like mango versus papaya, there's definitely different sweetness levels between the two of those. And citrus notes would change it. Pear would probably just change the consistency more than the flavor of anything. That'd be
Interesting on the pear changing the
Yeah, it's
like
would,
the palatability of it almost like oat, kind of how it softens the.
Right.
the flavor would be relatively similar. They have pears slightly sweeter than honeydew is, but certainly the mouthfeel of it. The mouthfeel of honeydew compared to like a D'Anjou in particular, those are the green pears, as opposed to like Bosque. They'd have kind of the same sort of mellow sweetness behind them. It wouldn't overwhelm.
I'm starting to get that fruity curiosity.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm going,
Yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah.
Next project.
Do, split them into gallons and do different things.
Any other questions? I mean, I guess since this is a 6-pack sour Wednesday,
Since it is, after all.
6 times fast.
6 pack sour Wednesday.
6-pack sour Wednesday. 6-pack sour Wednesday.
Well, thank
would
God you
say-
didn't film us on Sunday.
I know. Right. Woo! 6-pack sour Sunday. Well, that might be easier to say. 6-pack sour Wednesday. What would you guys rate this beer? Start with Bob's.
I'd go middle of the road.
Ooh,
3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recommend it to a friend, obviously. If they're into this sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. Like, hey, you're into sours, but maybe not like something crazy sour. Like, boom. This is kind of your style. Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Jeff.
I think I'd rate this a 2. I tried, a friend had it. Because of how tart it is, I think this would be a sell from someone else. Like, hey, this is an interesting sour that's like not too like crazy. Here, please try it. But it's not like good enough where I'd be like, yo, if you like sour, you should drink this. I think there's like way better sours for everyone than this beer, so I'd rate it 2.
Yeah. Deej?
I'm so torn between those two because I buy into both of that exact logic. I think
Based on his though, I actually want to lower mine to a 2. So I'm glad you brought mine a little bit down to like 2.5 range because I was thinking this was like straight middle ground for me.
2.5 range.
Nothing negative
honestly,
I want to say about it. Like it's good,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not a 1.
If we added all the fruit we just talked about, then it'd be at the 3. Like, hey, this is interesting.
I think for me, I'm not the biggest sour person on the planet, but I tend to go for very bold flavors of sours, and because it doesn't quite have that, I'd probably lean closer to a 2. So if we're in a sour mood and one of my friends says, "Hey, give us a try," then sure. But I think for me, I know that they're very much go hard or go home kind of things for me.
Right. Dang. Okay. So I think I'd rate this a 2. Yeah, it's just a 2. Like, because for me, it's not a 3. Like, I'm not a sour person in general, so obviously, like, if I had to recommend a sour to someone, it's got to be like,
Amazing.
oh, whoa, that like blew my mind, sour. Like, so this is like a 2. It's like, I'll try it if a friend had it, but I'm not buying it at a bar, and like, I'm not gonna like throw it away. So, or spit it out.
Scumbags. So.
2.25.
Average. And that's what you get for
But thank you, Epic.
common interest.
Yeah, thank you.
Sort of common interest, 2s.
Yeah.
2 was the common interest.